Woo-wee, what's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. I'm actually pumped. This is an off-grid day, Donnie B all day. So a while back, I gave you guys a review on the tracker. This was Off-Grid's first fixed blade design. I mean, the whole overbuilt thing, built like a tank. It really, really is. So in my review, I mentioned how the grip the knife was so nice, but there was just something wrong in the grip. It just wasn't right. It wasn't right. So I went down into my shop, and where this had this big hump right here, there was no contouring right here. It was flat all the way through, right? All the way up. Still, in my opinion, the most beautiful scale pattern there is. I love that. But there was no contouring here, and then here it just kind of went up into the rear, and it was really awkward in the rear of the hand. So I did this, and I made literally a perfect handhold. This thing, you grab this, and I've had people come by, and they held it the first time, and this one guy's big knife guy, he held the knife and he went, ugh. Like there was something about, he looked at it, he saw this drop point and was like, damn, that's a big fat sweet knife. Put it in his hand, he didn't like it at all. So after I carved this out, I brought it back to him and I said, tell me if you like this any better. And he's like, oh, is that same knife? I said, well, a little different. He put it in his hand and it was like the heavens opened up behind him. He was like, oh, and it was great. So Off-Grid, the owner over there at Off-Grid, Carrie, the people over there, just phenomenal. I mean, you talk about customer service. I wouldn't put these guys in the top 10 in customer service, more like the top 2 or 3. I'm having a hard time finding anybody better, but it's hard to say number 1 if I haven't tested them all, right? But I can't see really anybody being better at customer service on these guys. So Carrie saw the review, and rather than being a complete he was just like, all right. So it was our first fixed blade design. A lot of people liked it. As it was. And remember, anything when it comes to grip is opinion based, right? So he said a lot of people like it, but there are obviously people out there who just can't get into the shape of the grip. So Carrie, being an actual knife guy who listens to knife people, oh my God, a company does that? What? He's like, I'm going to do another version, and we're going to change some things up. There's a word for that. We call that a mensch, a good dude. So I'm going to show you a side-by-side comparison of these two. But first, I want to show you this. There's a Off-Grid postcard, right? I got a hand-penned letter from the owner of Off-Grid. Yo, D-Bad, you smell like hairy avocado. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I'm not a very good reader. So it says, Happy New Year. Check out the new 2023 Tracker X2. Made some changes I think you will like. Signed, Carrie. And I dropped it. Sorry, Carrie, that wasn't on purpose. So he definitely made some changes. Man, damn you, Carrie. You're going to sell so many of these. These are awesome. I want to start with actually the changes in the sheath, because even though it's essentially the same knife, he really, really went to work on this thing. So this was the first sheath, right? It was Kydex, adjustable, ambidextrous, good sheath, really good retention. And then he was like, all right, so what about a taco style? What's that? A drain hole. Can't keep water in there if there's a drain hole. There's a drain hole in this one too. But you can see that it's just more narrow. It has a nice low hang so you can reach down. I prefer the high hang, but because I like it tucked under my shirt. But this one is adjustable, so I can still do that. The dude covered all bases with this sheath. And this, notice it's not going... He didn't use that crappy, cheap nylon stuff. This stuff is firm, and it's an on-off without taking the belt on and off. Kerry's a thinking man. That I don't know who, if it was him or one of his team that said, hey, what do you think about updating the sheath and making it more concealable? I don't know who did that in your group. Golf clap. I think he did a great job there. So we're taking this outside and using it today. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care how wet it is. We're taking it outside and we're using it. So stay with me. So this, nope. I had to, that's how good he did this. This is the original version, right? You can see the coloration in there. It's like a gray and black. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Imagine if there was no contouring here. This would go all, oh, sorry, he didn't mean the finger. This would go all the way down. And there would be a whole lot of meat in here that was all carved out. But this is the original design. See the grind? See the grind? Not bad. I mean, this knife is still a beast. He made it beastier. He made it full flat grind. Oh, Carrie, where art thou? So I have to say, I love full flat grind. It's my favorite grind. It's my favorite grind pattern. But look at the contouring. I don't know if you guys noticed, but look, and he went all black. All black in the micarta, same scale style. All black, just dark and dangerous. But look at this. Look, I gotta keep doing that. Look at that. It is already done the way it should be. When I put this in my hand, I swear I heard it sucked my grip into this freaking knife handle. It's sucked it in. I mean, look at the smile on Frankenstein. He can't believe it. Michael Myers, he's freaking out. This thing is done so well. So let's go over some of the changes between the first and the second. Okay, black micarta. So that was a color change. So that way, if you have two of them and you already contoured one, you could tell them apart. Full flat grind. Love that. Newly reshaped grip for comfortable and safe ergonomics. And safe meaning where before it was flat here, now it really contours so you don't have to worry about it leaving your hand. It really, really hugs the grip. It really hugs the grip. Fantastic. Taco style sheath, we just went over that, and the weight was reduced from 10.3 ounces to 9.49 ounces. And the Rockwell hardness is 62. I believe the other one was 58.60. I'm not sure. But you're thinking, okay, so how is the weight reduced? This looks like, you know, it would be lighter in the blade just by looking at it. And how blah, blah, blah. That's how much material came off in carving out this handle. He took so much out to make it the best grip you could possibly make it without sacrificing anything but only adding. So I'm going to take the original, which I love. As soon as I did this, it became literally one of my favorite knives. This is one of my favorite knives. I design knives, and I design knives to where I would want them to be for me. And this is still one of my favorite knives. That says something. This one came out, and it didn't just come out as is, which is, what's the coating? I can't really remember. I think it's just some kind of stonewash coating on the blade. But then they did another version. Check this out. And I'm going to do these reviews separate because on this one, Black Dog, Led Zeppelin. So on this one, it's the black, that black stonewash. And I know he has a name for it. And I am, oh, just black wash. Okay, so black wash. And this might just be like a stonewash. I'm not sure. But it's the same thing, done the same way. The website is phenomenal, man. He's got one of the better websites. All right, so I want to do this one separate because I want to test that coating. We want to see the black wash. So today I'm going to take this thing out and give it a little go. And then I'm going to do a separate video on this one. So let's see. Weight 10.3 ounces. Blade length, just about 5 inches. Collection is Base Camp Collection. It is definitely a camp knife. Blade width in inches is 1.6 wonderful inches. It is 5 millimeters thick. 62 Rockwell we just went over. It is Cryo D2. The same, throw it at myself. The same as the original, which is amazing. I can't put a dent in that knife. D2 and 1095 are still two of my favorite knife steels ever. So you give me a Cryo D2, I'm happy. Drop point, love me some drops. Blade color is gray. Oh, stonewash. So it is just, that's what it's called, is stonewash. Blackwash, stonewash. Plain edge, thank you very much. Handle color, blah, okay, micarta, So it's pretty close to the original. And obviously, it feels, this is one of those things where you don't know until you put it in your hand. Now, I've been looking at a lot of the new camp knives that are coming out for, it was, came out in 2022 officially. But I think it was later in the year. So I'm going to say, as far as camp knives, before testing, as far as camp knives of this size, I'm going to say this is probably best in class from what I've seen, from design to material to build quality. And we're going to go and test all that to make sure build quality is there, which I have zero doubts, because every single knife I have from them is absolute workhorse strong. I mean, I have, of all the blades, I was just carrying the that Cayman the other day, as a matter of fact. And I mean, still using it, still no chips, no nothing. Nothing wrong with that knife. So we're going to go outside. We're going to cut with this thing. We have to see if it's really, really sharp. I don't know if my hair grew back yet. I guess enough. Oh, did you hear that? That is, look at how smooth. I know you could probably see it all on there, but it's that smooth patch right there. Literally, there's no hair right there. That is super, super smooth, super razor freaking sharp. There's a bird's nest right there for you. If anybody wants that arm hair, I'll be selling it on www. No. So sharp. I'm talking crazy, crazy sharp, as all their knives are. Let's take it out. All right, so how's it look in the sunshine? I have no idea. But in the daytime, I mean, it's fantastic. It's fan-frickin-tastic. This knife is just beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to take it over to the stump. We're going to do some of the regulars. Now, it is a 5-inch handle, so don't think about it as a chopper and all this. This is going to be a straight-up camp cutter. This is your camp knife for everything except chopping, pretty much, right? This is going to be just that blade. Let's do some 4-foot drops, gravity drops. Boop. We're just going to see the bite from gravity. Boop. And it drops really well. It bites in really nice. Couple hard downward throws. Not only to check the bite, but make sure the scales aren't going anywhere. No tip bending, which we are not going to see on this knife. Oh, got it into the nice hard part of the wood. And that dug in a good 2 inches. It's an off-grid. It's just straight up out of the box. It's an off-grid. Let me adjust you guys better. Hold on. Alrighty then. So let's do a push cut on the 1/2-inch nylon rope. As you can tell, it's winter. All right. Let's see. Only in Massachusetts. It's sweatshirts and shorts. All right. So let's see here. And oh my goodness. I went right here on the full bend with a boop, and it just sank into that rope and straight through it. That was as clean as a push cut as you will ever see. We'll try to get some kind of chop. I'll hold it in the rear. Now that it's recontoured, that makes it way better. So let's see if we can get through there. Not only did we get through there, boop, but it buried itself going through. Golly, I freaking love it already. It's everything I wanted the original to be. It is. Everything. 4 inches of leather belt, no problem. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's see. Let's do a little twig chop, little kitchen style prep. And again, with the other one, I proved that you can actually use this one in the kitchen. It is just an all-around great knife. Let's see. Just a beautiful, beautiful cutter. Just a beautiful, beautiful cutter. All around the board. The handhold itself, reverse grip, man. Golly, that's in there. Let's see, some prying. I'm getting the tip in too far. We heard that before. All right, so, I mean, just look at this. It's just, I need a new stump anyway. I got to get a new stump over here anyway. I'm just carving this thing out. This knife isn't going anywhere. This knife isn't, it's just strong. Strong. Got the tire. Bam. Got the cut through the tire. Bam. Awesome freaking knife. Let's go do the test of tests with the plastic netting because it seems to beat a lot of knives. I don't think it's going to beat this one. It is a big fat drop point, so who knows? It could beat this one. But the only way to know is to test it, right? So who am I talking to? All right, so here we go. This knife is super sharp. Let's see. Yeah, no, it is, it's ripping straight through. We got the soccer ball, so you got to have a skinning knife. So remember, it is jimped here, non-aggressive jimping. It is absolutely, as the Brits would say, it's lovely. It's nice. All right, so golly, that thing is just tearing through. This is an excellent knife. When I said it's probably best in class, I'm saying it's best in class. If you're looking for like that 6-inch blade, like that, like a Becker B2 type thing, the BK2, the BK2, phenomenal, right? Phenomenal. But the BK2 comes with these really crappy plastic grips. Gotta say, this Micarta, 10,000 times better than that. 10,000 times better than that. The people over at Off Grid, no homo. So they just know how to make a freaking knife. And I mean, maybe they know other things too. Maybe they can change a tire. I don't know, but they do know how to make a knife. They do know how to make it. They make like happiness in a knife, right? So let's see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. We got a good baton. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Can we make kindling? Can we get a fire going? Abso-freaking-lutely, because this is your camp knife. This is your camp knife. Now, a lot of people say, why do you do the same tests over and over again? Somebody actually said that to me. They said, you and Scab do like the same things. How come you don't change it up? It really comes down to consistency. You want to make, just because if we did a different test for every knife, then how do you know knives are consistent, first of all? And second of all, it comes down to the purpose of the knife. Like, what's a knife for, right? If there was a knife that completely different, like the D-Bad Arkansas toothpick, completely different kind of review. Why? Because completely different kind of knife. Hope that answers your question. So let's see. But consistency means I need to know that this knife can do the same thing as some other knife. And that's why we do the same tests. A, because the tests work and it really shows the knife works. And B, it shows you, is it as good as another knife? And that's as good as any knife out there right there. Using the side grip, because you have such a nice wide blade, using that side grip makes bushcrafting so easy when you have a lot of real estate. I'm not a big fan of skinny knives. I just don't like a 1-inch knife. I don't like when the blade, the edge starts at the same width as the grip. I don't like that. I love a nice big fat blade. I like when the finger well is your guard. I love that. Love, love, love that. So, in my opinion, this thing is just rock star right here. Just awesome, awesome, awesome. Just a shaver, man. A shaver. And I told you it's not a chopper in any way, but we will have to chop down on something. I mean, that's just part of the game. We need to make a tip on something. Here we go. Here we go. So in order to do that, again, I'm going to hold the newly contoured rear, which is perfectly done. Wow. Okay. So you see this? This is chopping. Look at the power it's getting just diving into there. That is far better than I expected. It was getting stuck in the wood, and I couldn't figure out, like, why isn't it coming back? That thing is sweet. Edge profile, these guys knocked it out of the park. Knocked it out of the park. Golly. Spears, arrows, pit spikes, tent spikes, hang your hat spikes, marshmallow spikes, cook a hot dog spike, kill a bear spike. I'm telling you, anything you want to do with this knife, you're going to do with this knife. That thing is a little hammer. They say overbuilt. They don't lie when they say what they say. These guys just do it all. I got to track down one of those damn dogs. Ooh, I'll tell you what. If stupid was an Olympic sport, Roscoe will be a gold medalist. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to throw this knife because, you know, it's kind of small as far as a thrower would be concerned. But I do have half a bottle filled with water. That was nice. I really expected to get a cold shower there. I'm glad I got out of the way. All right, so we are going to try the, what if I am stuck out in the woods and I need to hunt a squirrel and I need to throw something at it? Oh, the best thing about missing, you know they're strong. All right, but we don't like to miss, right? Oh my gosh, I would like to say it's right there, but I'm throwing it so hard and fast I really can't see. Okay, that was right there. I can actually show you. It came around. And you see that wood right there? I mean, it got stuck in the jimping. It came around just a little bit too much. So I can actually see where it's going now. This is probably something that I'm not going to master throwing, but it's something that I'm not going to need to throw, so I don't have to worry about it. But I'll tell you what, this thing is taking a beating. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Oh my gosh, it is so close. Had to stick eventually. I just got closer. I just got closer. All right, not a throwing knife, but guess what? They don't advertise it as a throwing knife. I'm just an idiot, but I'm a happy idiot. So basically what you just saw was rocket speed going into the side of a tree. The little screws didn't loosen. Obviously the blade didn't chip. This blade's not going to chip. There's just nothing wrong with it. For all of you, can I use it for self-defense people? Come on, man. Come on, man. I told you before. Cavemen killed woolly mammoths with pointy sticks. If you're at the ATM and Bigfoot tries to rob you, and this is what you have on you, I feel bad for Bigfoot. Yeah, I mean, yes, you can use it for self-defense. Let's get that out of the way. But you know what else you can use it for? Freaking just about everything. This is a great knife. This isn't me being nice to them, because if that was the case, I would have said something nice about some of the things I didn't say something nice about. It's being honest, right? And I think that's why they can appreciate what I do, is because I don't hold back. I don't hold back. I'm going to tell them how I feel. The difference between them and everybody else, they freaking listen and they don't get all butthurt. The people who own this company are absolute brothers of the blade. I'm talking high quality H2O, high quality people who you know what I mean? The apocalypse happens, y'all come with me. We're going to have some fun. But I'll tell you, off-grid can make a knife. And they took a knife that they made, and all they did is make it better. That's all they did. It's better, and it feels so good. The flat grind, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. You think about it, one of my favorite all-time knives, literally, the SE6, full flat grind, blah, 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 blah. Love it. This is the shorter version for me of my SE6 right here. This'll ride with that all day long. I am... This is sweet, man. This is sweet. So to the people at Off Grid who actually sent this to me, I didn't know. I got an email for a shipping saying, "Oh, don't forget this company." That's awesome. And you'd think, "Oh, they sent it, so you got to say something nice." No, I'm not one of those guys. I'm not going to talk about the design of a knife if I don't believe in the design of a knife. I'm not going to talk about the contouring and this and that. If I don't believe it, I'm not going to say it. If it looks like crap, I'm not going to tell you it looks good. Not going to do it. If it works great, it's going to work great. If it works like crap, I'll tell you it works like crap. Guess what? This one doesn't. This one's fantastic. But anyway, that's that one. We'll get the black one out, and all we're going to do is things like, with the black one, we're not going to do a full review because we just did it. We're just going to do things like batoning and scraping the knife and stabbing in and out of stuff just to see how that black wash holds up. And that's going to be the purpose of that one. So if you're on the fence between stone wash and black wash, we'll get it out there. And I'll try to do it really soon in case you're really wanting to go. But I have other black wash blades from them that have not had a problem. So if you're really, really interested in the black, don't be afraid. Just get it. It's going to be worth it. Much better. Much better. This changes the game on the trackers. So this is the Tracker X2 fan freaking tastic. All right, so that's it for this one. Hi, I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife.